Hey there, thinking what is on the screen here and why I am using a DHT sensor here, which is a digital humidity and temperature sensor, and I have connected it to Arduino. So this is going to be a very simple project. We are using only one sensor and an Arduino and a PC. So what exactly we are doing is we are going to read the sensor value, the temperature and the humidity with the help of DHT here, and we will be getting the output in our PC, that is in a serial monitor of the Arduino IDE. So let us start with connection, and it is going to be a very easy project because and yeah, we cannot see any output physically. In the next few videos we may make that how to connect the LED for this one, but as of now we'll be seeing the output in the computer. So let us start with the connections. So connections is as shown in the picture now. So now all we need is one DHT. What is DHT? So DHT is a digital humidity and temperature sensor. With this sensor, we will be measuring the humidity and the temperature of the object nearby the sensor. And we need is Arduino and some jumper wires and a connector and a PC, or you can connect it to any battery also. So using PC will be good option because we are getting the output in the computer itself, that is serial monitor. So let us start with the connections. So as we have seen in our connections now, that the 5 volts of the Arduino will be connected to the positive. So we can see here in the sensor that we have three options, that is positive output and negative. The corner one, the left hand side one, is positive, and the middle one is output, and the last one is negative. So I will connect all these with the jumper wires, and now I'm going to connect the positive side of the sensor to the 5 volts of the power pin of Arduino, that is the black wire, which I'm going to connect it to the 5 volts of the Arduino. And my negative pin is obviously the negative charge pin, so that is why I'm going to connect it with ground pin. So as you can see that I have connected it to ground pin, and the last and very simple one will be connecting it to the pin number 2. Why? Because we will be taking the output from pin number 2. Pin number 2 is basically used for these kind of outputs. So now what I'm going to do is our connection is ready. As I have told that it is going to be a very simple project, now it is ready in no time. So now I'll take the connector and I will attach it to the Arduino, and I will plug into the PC. And now our connections are ready and it is working perfectly. Why? Because we can see on the Arduino that it is saying it is working. So now let us see how we do coding, and in the PC itself we are going to see what are the outputs we'll be expecting and what are the outputs we will get. So let us start with that. So yeah, as we have seen the connections of the Arduino Uno and the DHT sensor, and it was very simple, right? So even the code is as simple as that. Here we are not giving many inputs for the Arduino. We are just setting up the bound range and the reading pin and the output. That's it. So as we can see that we are including DHT. So here there is one thing to be done. So what exactly it is why here we are using DHT, and in many devices DHT is not installed. So for that what we are going to do is we are going to the sketch and include library, and after including library we will go to manage libraries and we will search DHT here. DHT. So after searching DHT, we'll get many options here. But what we are going to do is we will scroll down a little bit and we will see the DHT sensor library by Adafruit. So what we are going to do is we will install this in my PC. It is already installed, and after installing it, our monitor will be working on the DHT itself. So yeah, coming back to code. So now including DHT, that is the library here, and what are we defining? So we are defining the DHT pin number 2 is the output pin. Okay, and DHT type is DHT11. So digital, humidity and temperature sensor is having many versions. Here I'm using 11th version of that, that is DHT11. And now, so DHT pin and DHT type is uh, defined here. Now we will come to void setup. So in void setup, as every time we will be using just 9600 bounds range for the sensor to read it. Next, the serial pin in. So when print will be whenever connect you have connected it in this bound the Arduino to the monitor, this will be the output, that is dht11.test.starting. Okay, now our setup is ready. Now what we are going to do is loop. So here in the loop we will be telling time first. We are delaying by 2000 milliseconds, that is 2 seconds. And now what we are going to do is we will float H will be DHT humidity, float T will be DHT read temperature. So what is H and T? Here you may see that here we have written humidity for H, that is H stands for humidity, and T is for temperature, that means the T will stands for temperature. So now in case if any of these happens, like in humidity or the temperature, it is not getting the value properly, then what we are going to do is we will print fail to read from the DHT sensor and then return to loop, that is delay for 2 seconds and then again start reading. So now what we are getting the output in the form of humidity will be the float, that is here we'll be getting the humidity of the sensor, which will be print H, as we can see that. So next in the temperature, even the temperature will be in Celsius. This percentage symbol here will represent degrees. So here we have done C, that is the temperature will be in degree Celsius. So this is how we have written. And after writing that, we will be installing the library, which is DHT sensor library by Adafruit, and we will verify our code. Yeah. So after rectifying all the errors in our code, we got no errors in this. So what exactly was happened here is I mistakenly missed this semicolon here, which I installed it again. I mean, I typed it again, and when we verify, there is no error. So now what I'm going to do is I will connect the Arduino to the USB to my PC. Now, after connecting in the bottom side, we can see that Arduino Uno on COM4. Okay, so that is actually the port. COM4 is the port, and I have selected it. So now, what I'll do is I will upload the code in the Arduino. So after uploading the code, we will see that done uploading. So where exactly we are, we should see the output. So here in the top right of the screen, we can see that serial monitor. So we will click on that, and uh, as we can see that it is testing, and now it has started to sense. So now I have left my sensor in the room temperature, so that is, humidity will be 32.50 and temperature will be 31.50 degrees Celsius. And when I keep my hand on that, it will be failing to read the value. Why? Because it is more than the bounds. So now when I kept hand, we can see that 0 temperature and 0 degrees Celsius. Now, and again, when I removed, the humidity has increased. Why? Because my hands humidity will be calculating here. So here we'll be seeing the value of the temperature which we are, you know, uh, going to sense in the sensor. So if you want, you can increase the size of the screen, and we can see all the temperatures which is being readed for every 2 seconds. So yeah, this is how we are making DHT sensor, that is temperature and humidity sensor values reading project. So in this video, we learned how do we make that in a very simple form using only DHT sensor and Arduino and just a PC. So that's it for today. See you in the next video, Future Robot Builders.